Hello there. For generations people have worked hard. They've paid into a system and expected a fair return in retirement. However, in recent years, concerns about sustainability of the state pension have intensified. Those nearing retirement worry whether they will receive what they were promised, while younger workers feel and fear that they are paying into a system that will never support them. The growing uncertainty surrounding pensions arises important questions. Is the system fundamentally broken? How does it compare to a Ponzi scheme? And what is a fair retirement age, particularly for those with demanding jobs? Now, a Ponzi scheme operates by using the money from new investment or investors to pay earlier investors, creating the illusion of profitability while in reality it's unsustainable. While the state pension is not outright fraud, it does share some concerning similarities. The money current workers pay into national insurance contributions is not saved for their future. It's immediately used to pay me, pensioners. This means that the system relies on a constant flux of new contributors to remain viable. And of course, with an ageing population, fewer workers per retiree, the system is becoming harder to sustain. But unlike a Ponzi scheme, the government can alter the rules. And they do. And that includes such rising taxes or increasing the retirement age to keep the system afloat. However, this does not change the fact that many workers will receive far more in pensions than they've ever contributed, while future generations may receive far less or nothing at all. This broken structure has left both current and future retirees feeling uncertain about their financial security. People approaching retirement age are deeply concerned. Many who expected to retire at 60 and 65 were told now it's 66, it's 67, and it may even be older. I've heard 68 being bandied about. For some, it's just not feasible, especially those in physically demanding jobs, such as bricklayers, police officers, other outdoor or manual labour professions. These workers often suffer from physical wear and tear, making extended careers unrealistic and in some cases quite dangerous. Meanwhile, younger generations have even a bleaker outlook. Many fear that by the time they reach retirement age, they will receive nothing or be forced to work into their 70s. The notion of a secure retirement seems increasingly out of reach, leaving many questioning why should they continue paying into a system that may never benefit them. The lack of trust in pension system is growing, and without serious reform, the generational divide will only widen. Now, my opinion is determining what a fair retirement age is. It's complex, but it's clear that it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's flawed. Office workers and professionals who perform sedentary jobs may be able to work to their late 60s or even the 70s. But those in physically demanding roles cannot be expected to do the same. A fair pension system should take into account the nature of a person's work and their ability to continually perform in a safe and effective manner. Now, for example, bricklayers, construction workers, manual labourers should have retirement options at around 60 due to physical toll of work. Police officers, emergency responders, military both face physical and psychological stress. And again, the option should be there to retire for about 55 or 60. Office workers, non-physical professions could have a retirement age of 65, 67, as their jobs do not typically cause the same wear and tear on the body. An just, sustainable pension system would allow those who have worked in physically demanding jobs to retire earlier, whilst encouraging others, if they are able and willing, to work longer. This balance could provide a fairness and prevent financial strain on the system. That's just my ideas, opinion. You know, I'm sure other people have ideas and opinions. But it just wants addressing, does it not? The real problem with pensions is not the existence of the system itself, but how it's been mismanaged. Governments have repeatedly failed to properly invest and plan for the future, choosing the short-term fixes over long-term stability. They claim pensions are unsustainable. You always find money for wars, the bank bailouts and other costly endeavours. Instead of shifting the blame onto pensioners or workers, policymakers must take responsibility and implement meaningful reforms. Now, a sustainable pension could, and again my opinion, would include a tiered retirement age based on the job type, proper investment of pension contributions rather than immediate redistribution, a crackdown on wasteful government spending to ensure that pensions remain funded. Also, greater transparency so that workers know exactly where their money is going. Now, again, I'll repeat, these are just my thoughts, ideas. But if action isn't taken soon, the current system will continue to unravel, and it will leave future generations without the security that us, the past workers, were promised. No one is asking for a life of luxury as a pensioner, or what they're simply asking, and indeed what I'm asking, is fairness in a system that I would willingly and have willingly contributed to my working life. But without major changes, the state pension risks becoming a broken promise that fails today's retirees and tomorrow's workers. In the meantime, take care. Bye now.